Welcome back to Future Vehicles, the channel where we dive deep into the most exciting rides on the road today, past, present, and future. Today we're taking a closer look at something that blends raw nostalgia with modern engineering, the 2025 vintage FordStreetRod. This isn't just a throwback, it's a full-throttle fusion of classic muscle and updated performance, built for the enthusiast who wants the soul of a 30s street rod with the guts of a 21st century machine. Right. Off the bat, the exterior of this street rod grabs your attention. It stays true to its roots with a design that screams vintage Ford. The low-slung stance, bold wheel arches, and that unmistakable chopped roofline. The long hood and exposed chrome grille still channel that 1930s attitude. But Ford has done something clever here. They've taken every line, every detail, and subtly re-engineered it with 2025 precision. The body panels are formed from lightweight carbon aluminum alloy, giving it that authentic steel look but with major weight savings. The paint jobs offered are stunning too. Deep metallic reds, glossy blacks, and even matte-finished grays, all paired with hand-applied pinstriping that gives it real hot rod character. The LED headlights are custom-shaped to resemble classic halogen units but pack all the brightness and efficiency of modern tech. Around the back, the taillights mimic the bullet-style design from vintage models, but again, with full LED internals. The 18-inch staggered wheels come wrapped in high-performance Michelin tires, and the polished lip on the rims adds a perfect, retro-modern contrast. Customizable side exhausts give it an aggressive silhouette, and depending on the trim, you can even opt for old-school white walls if you really want to lean into that heritage. Pop the hood, and here's where the real magic happens. This isn't just a show car, it's a street machine built to run. Powering the 2025 vintage FordStreetRod is a reworked 5.0-liter Coyote V8, tuned specifically for this model. It churns out an impressive 480 horsepower and 420 lb-ft of torque. But this isn't just brute strength. The power delivery is smooth, responsive, and perfectly balanced, thanks to an 8-speed automatic or an optional 6-speed manual for purists. And it doesn't stop there. Ford's added active suspension, allowing the driver to adjust ride height and stiffness on the fly. That means it can cruise like a classic or corner like a modern-day performance coupe. On the road, it feels planted and confident. The updated chassis features independent front and rear suspension, which makes a huge difference compared to the solid axles of the past. Steering is precise, with just enough weight to remind you this car means business. And the sound? It's guttural. It's real. That V8 roars through the performance exhaust with a sound that turns heads at every intersection. 0 to 60 comes in just under 4.5 seconds. And while this car isn't built for track days, it holds its own in tight corners, thanks to that modern underbody and finely tuned dynamics. Slide inside, and the interior is a clean blend of vintage cool and updated comfort. You get analog gauges styled after the original dials from the 30s, but they're backed by digital sensors for perfect accuracy. The steering wheel is a 3-spoke wood and aluminum piece that feels period correct, yet connected to a fully electronic steering column. Seats are wrapped in hand-stitched leather, and while they have a classic bucket shape, they're heated, ventilated, and surprisingly supportive. There's a hidden infotainment screen that tucks away behind the dash, touchscreen of course, with navigation, Apple CarPlay, and a killer retro-themed UI that doesn't feel out of place. So what you're looking at here is more than a tribute car. It's a rolling statement, an ode to an era that shaped the hot rod culture, but it refuses to stay in the past. The 2025 vintage FordStreetRod brings the best of both worlds, timeless style and modern muscle. Whether you're a lifelong gearhead or just someone who appreciates design with soul, this ride is impossible to ignore. Thanks for tuning in to Future Vehicles. If you love where nostalgia meets innovation, don't forget to like, subscribe, and hit that bell icon. We've got plenty more automotive legends and future classics coming your way.